What's happening, Andy? Here I am joined today by Naeran Rubio of Sharp Electronics. How are you, Naeran?
I'm very good, Andy. How are you?
I am awesome. I am here in sunny Western New York. It's our time of the year, and you are at work. You're in the office. It looks like in Montvale, I'm guessing.
I'm in sunny Montvale, New Jersey.
Very nice. It's great to be in the Northeast, right? We had a long, long winter to get to this point. So, Naeran, you are my contact when it comes to communications. And can you give us a little background? What do you do there for Sharp?
Well, I actually do a bit more than just PR. I actually lead a really incredibly talented team of professionals, and we create the content and then do all the communicating for Sharp's B2B channel. So we handle everything from social media and PR, which is, I think, what you see, right? And then we do a lot of the digital marketing and selling, marketing, selling kind of thing, and content creation and promotion, and also dealer and direct channel communication. So those pesky emails our dealers get all the time. We're kind of behind that.
Well, they're necessary. You need to keep people informed, right? And you've been doing this for a very long time now. You've been with Sharp for several years now, and it's been a pleasure to work with you there. But we're having you on because you received a little bit of recognition. So you are the second Sharp employee that has been recognized by CRN as a 2022 Woman of the Channel. You won a Woman of the Channel award, and congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I was very surprised and very pleased, and it's really nice to have received the recognition.
Well, it's your first time making that list. It's a prestigious list. Sharp has another employee, Erica Calise, is on that list as well. So great news for Sharp. It's I would say, it's an honor for you to be mentioned by them, and very well recognized and reputable publication. So that's awesome. I look forward to seeing if you're on it next year too. Like Erica was very excited that she made it two years. She wanted to make sure that everyone knew she was two and you were one, or maybe that was me saying that. I don't know, but it was fun. We did an interview with her as well. So I wanted to, maybe chat a little bit more about, the Marcom that you do, the communications and the dealer. I know the press releases, right? When there's something new happens, you send me, some information, but tell us a little more about some of the marketing content and collaterals you do for the dealer channel. What kind of things are you putting in front of them? Is it just, here's the new copier printer that came out, or, are you working on, Sharp has with Foxconn, such a large portfolio. What kinds of stuff do you do for them?
So actually what my team does is we create a lot of I don't know if you've seen them, but we have a lot of very creative infographics, flyers, info sheets, not your typical data sheet, but things like here's a hybrid workplace checklist, and here's what you have to, if you, as an end user and as a business owner, here's other things you need to have to have a successful hybrid workplace. So that's one thing that just recently came out. Or maybe the difference between purchasing, if you're purchasing from a retailer, or if you're, like a Best Buy, or if you're purchasing a printer from a dealer, what's the difference there, and what are the benefits are for, obviously we slanted towards dealers, of course, but we have a lot of this types of content that we try to put out to reach end users and then also give to dealers. And we work very closely with our video team as well. So it's actually somewhat gratifying to see that this content is being used and reused by our dealerships. We go online and we check out dealers' websites, and we go to, and check out their social media. And a lot of times we see this content coming out in the steady stream. So it feels very good that we're helping them market, not necessarily even just our products, but just in general, even some of their services, because we've got a lot on IT services and, managed print and things like that as well. So we try to create these kind of helpful industry content pieces and then get them out to the dealers. And, we do it through social, on our end, and that's kind of how they find out what's new. But we also have a monthly newsletter that we send out to all of our contacts in our database that says, okay, here's what's new content-wise from Sharp. because we found that, we were creating all this great content and then nobody knew it was there. So,
Yeah.
we thought, maybe we should just kind of let people know. And then we work very closely with the web team to make sure that their content is updated up on their external sites and also on the dealership extranet, which we call the Success Center. What else do we do?
Well, so it's not just copiers and printers anymore, right? So what are some of these what are some of these collaterals focusing on? Where is Sharp putting some of their efforts? You mentioned IT, you mentioned managed print, right? What else?
So, I mean, we call them, I guess the word that we use is diversification. And, it's like digital signage. If you're at a dealership and you see that, or you're a dealer and you're a customer and you see that they have digital signage, you might want to leverage that and ask, well, what are you doing for your digital signage, right? So, it's different ways to talk to the customer and kind of see what they need, and also show them that you don't just provide copiers, and copy related services. So laptops are another thing that we offer. We work with a company called Dynabook and we sell those laptops. And they're formerly known as Toshiba, actually. So that's usually the more recognizable name. And they've got
that's a Sharp company as well now too, right? So you guys acquired them a couple of years ago. Just another feather in the cap, right? So you acquired, you've got these Dynabooks, you've got IT, you've got computers, laptops, all that, servers and whatnot. You've got interactive displays with the Sharp Aquas board. Products, the interactive, the Microsoft board as well. There's the office equipment. There's collaboration software and hardware as well too, right? So quite the gamut that you guys run there.
It is quite the gamut. In fact, we just won an award from BLI for our collaboration products. That's all I can say right now.
Okay, well, congratulations. I'm sure we'll be looking forward to carrying that, whether you put it out there or our friends at Keypoint Intelligence. I'm sure it'll come out from every direction. They're good about, making those announcements and getting that news to you. So let's switch gears a little, talk about what are you working on now? You mentioned all the things that you've been doing and that your job entails, but what's front and center? We just finished a busy show season. We saw you guys, Sharp executives, at a lot of BTA shows, at some association shows, SDG. I was at that, American Co-op, things like that. What have you been working on? What's coming up for you guys?
Well, actually, so this summer is going to be kind of the summer of diversification. So, throwing that little buzzword out there again, but it really is because, we know that, just industry-wide, there's inventory issues right now. So what better time to focus on some of the other products, our digital displays or laptops or IT services, for instance. So in my department, what we are doing is we're heavily marketing those, whether it's through social or through our monthly content roundup, showing all, giving dealers all of the different content based on those, diversified products. So we're doing that this summer, and kind of along with those, in fact, by the time you air this, it will have already come out. So I'm not, yeah. So basically, we're running a deal, a nice UR deal, Ultimate Rewards deal for dealers. And we're also going to be, putting out a number of webinars for the summer as well. So that announcement is actually going out today, which will be tomorrow if you run this tomorrow.
All right, we'll run it tomorrow. We'll make sure we don't jump the gun on you there. So summer webinars, that's awesome because it's it's I wouldn't call it a dead time, but it's just different, right? There's not from where I sit, there's just not a lot of shows and conferences. I tend to do more visits of dealers, local dealers, a few more golf tournaments, and just more fun, relaxing things rather than a lot of big shows. That kind of gets going again, I would say September, right? So so people are in and out of their office. They may have a little bit more time at home, and so I think that's a good time to be doing webinars and maybe brushing up on some new topics. So what kind of webinars are you allowed to talk about them yet, or should we wait?
Well, we'll wait on those, but
Okay, fair enough.
Announcements coming out. We also have quite a bit of other projects going on. My really big one that I'm very excited about, and that's kind of near and dear to my heart, is we are launching a brand portal for dealer marketers or marketing folks at the dealership. And they will be able to go into this portal, co-brand our content, put their logo on it, put contact information, whatever they want. So, you know, it could range from like, you know, our newest brochure for our newest products to, you know, an infographic to actually video. So you can, they can actually put their contact information and their logo on the end of a video as well. So it's exciting stuff. You'll be able to download images, you know, like great images, not just beauty shots, but, you know, lifestyle type of stuff. And it's definitely needed. You know, we do get asked for this type of thing quite a bit, and being able to provide everyone with a portal that is, you know, they can essentially kind of do their own work in is really great. We had actually a group that we worked with about a month ago, made up of dealer marketers who we ran this portal by. You know, we gave them username and password and said, you know, have at it and give us comments. And they gave us some really great comments, which we incorporated. And overall, you know, we're very positive. So we're looking forward to rolling this out. That rollout probably won't be until next week. And I've already kind of told everyone that it's happening.
All right. All right.
But
Exciting.
fine, you know, that's fine. It's not a big secret. We're looking forward to it, and we're looking forward to the feedback as well.
That's very exciting. Well, you know, that's one of the things I thought you guys did a really good job, and I'm guessing it probably some of it comes to, if not all of it comes through you, but just a nice pivot that you made when things kind of got a little nuts with COVID and people started, you know, shutting down and furloughing, and, you know, just the offices were closed, right? So there was a lot more time for education, a lot more, you know, I remember, especially the first 6, 8, 9 months, you guys just had webinar after webinar after webinar on this. You had and they were great. They were about interactive displays and selling to remote workers, and just, you know, some of them were very topical as to what was going on at the time. And then others were just, you know, more product based, and, you know, how you sell in education, how you sell in healthcare. So just, you know, way to kind of stay on top of it. I thought that was, you know, really useful for your salespeople, not just for your salespeople. I mean, a lot of the content you had wasn't really specific to Sharp. It was, you know, more just issues, right? Which I thought was kind of cool, because you could have made it a Sharp piece, and a lot of those really weren't. And we probably ran all of them at one point or another. Just you know, you guys are a sponsor of our publication, and we run a lot of that stuff. So so more of those are coming. You've got more webinars coming up. You clearly like the webinar idea. It's a great way to educate. I'm guessing hopefully, you know, some point next year, maybe we get I won't hold you to it, but are we thinking 2023, maybe we get a dealer meeting? Is that something being discussed at this point, or is that just totally up in the air? Maybe, big maybe. We'll take it. We'll take it. So the last big meeting we had, the last really big meeting was yours, I think. In the last Vegas meeting we had was Sharp. So I think it might have been at the Wynn. It was at a great hotel. It was just your typical epic, you know, copier office equipment event, and you guys do one of the best ones. And, you know, you're definitely in that kind of elite group when you throw those shows. So it was sort of like all of a sudden there were no more shows, and it was like, that was it. You know, I'm looking at pictures of it, and it's like, man, it's been a long time since we've done anything like that. So I'm looking forward to it when you guys are ready to get back. I know we're ready to get back. You know, we've had a couple shows that have allowed us to dip our toe and sort of get back to normal, and you know, we look forward to yours. So thanks so much for taking the time and coming on today, though, Naeran. This was awesome. I'm you know, glad we got to talk a little bit more about what you do there and sort of feature your role there, because you are someone who, you know, is you know, interacting with that dealer channel quite a bit now. And you know, without these dealer meetings right now, it's good for them, I think, to see a face with a name that they probably heard quite a bit. But the big thing was, you know, congrats to you on that CRN recognition. That is just awesome. Sharp should be very proud of you, and good luck for next year. Hopefully you get it again, but one is just quite an honor, and so I always like seeing our friends get recognized by them. So thanks very much for coming on. Any last shout outs, anything you want to leave us with?
No, I think we covered everything I wanted to cover, but I thank you for having me, Andy. No, this was definitely a pleasure.
Awesome. Well, you have a great rest of your week, and we'll let you know when we come down to Montville, and hopefully we do a visit sooner than later. So say hi to everybody, and we'll talk soon.
All right, sounds good.
Bye, Naeran.